da. Da 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 da. What is going on, everybody? RogersBase here. Welcome, 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 and surprise! So now it's out there. Everybody knows I was part of the official reveal stream of the One Piece global popularity poll. The results are now out there. It has been officially revealed. The top 100. Everyone's going, yo, Roger. Hello, Roger. Welcome. Congrats for Roger at being at this event as a special guest. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. DXG saying day 2 is a mod. Don't screw things up. Gabe says we got Morgans in the top 100. We did a lot. We did a lot. RogersBase fans did the most during this, so we're going to talk about all of this. There was a lot of stuff that went down. First and foremost, I want to say this at the very beginning of this stream. Massive, massive thank you to the entire team that put this together. Mark, our translator, the producers, all of the hosts, all the other fans around the world, the team at Shueisha that did this. It was an absolute pleasure to be a part of this, an absolute honor to be a part of this, honestly. And yeah, you know, when they reached out for me to be part of those other WT100 videos, like talking about our favorite quotes in the series and singing We Are, I thought that was really all I was going to be involved in. So when they hit me up and they were like, Roger, we want you to be part of the official reveal stream for the global popularity poll, I was genuinely stunned. It's for a number of reasons, especially considering Oda's comments at the ends of everything. And we'll read Oda's comments. We'll go over some of the lists. If you want to see my full reaction, obviously, to the entire list, you can go check out both parts. We did, I think, one video that was 100 through 21. And then the second part of the video, which went up this morning at like 4 a.m., was 20 all the way through, I want to say it was the first one, right? It was like 20 through 1. So it was the top 20 in one, and the other ones were 100 to 21. Can you tell I'm still waking up? I got my cup of coffee over here. But this is the first thing I'm doing after waking up. But yeah, the entire thing was an absolute blast. I mean, being a part of that and getting to hang out with so many One Piece fans across the world, and, you know, having the translator, Mark, I really, shout out to Mark again, Mark Udai, shout out to him, translating everything live for all of us. So they're speaking in Japanese as we're talking in English and all of our respective languages. It was just a blast. It was an absolute blast. And, you know, obviously I got to talk about a lot of these characters live on the actual videos. So I talked about Caesar. The fact that I'm in an official One Piece video doing Caesar Clown's laugh. Shit, no. I think that's amazing. And I saw people in the comment section laughing, saying, oh, they liked my laugh. Like, and then Big News Morgan's landing in the top 100. That was amazing. Carrot landing top 10. Yo, it was so hard when we were recording this for me to not go, yo, Maze, I see you, buddy. Like, I know Maze was putting in his votes for Carrot every single day. And then when Greg was mentioning, like, oh, yeah, it's because of the furries that she ended up in top 10. Like, there were so many great moments. There were so many great moments. Like I said, if you haven't already, watch the stream. It was an absolute blast. You guys are saying the thumbnail's low clarity. I don't know what YouTube's doing, making the thumbnails so low quality. I don't know what's going on with the thumbnails right now. Rest assured, when the video of this goes live, the thumbnail won't be bad quality. But Maze was eaten on this poll. Yeah, I think I mostly got through all the things that I wanted to say in regards to my favorite characters. I think there were a couple that we just didn't get the chance, that they either cut or, you know, they needed to sort of like shrink down for time. Thank you, by the way, to Rob Harley donating, saying still going to go with the meme, Carrot top 5. Thank you very much. Also, thank you to the person who donated before we even started the stream today. That was very, very sweet of you. Thank you very much. I clicked on this video just because the thumbnail was very bad. I don't know why they're making the thumbnail quality so bad on YouTube right now. It's very weird. But, oh, you haven't even seen the official reveals. Well, go watch them. Go. I don't want to spoil the official reveals for you. If you haven't already watched those videos, or you haven't already seen the poll results, like, go watch the videos and then come back to this video, because this is meant to be like a supplemental thing once you've actually watched it. Yeah, Morgan's, of course, was what I was happiest about, though. They even asked me in the beginning of the second part, or no, it was the first part of the video, where they were like, oh, who do you expect to be in the top 5? And I made a meme. I was like, look, I love Law, but I would love to see Big News Morgans get number 1 or at least top 3. So when Morgan's got an 80th, I was like, yo, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. And I'll save my thoughts on Morgans, I guess, for a little bit later. But let's actually go through some of these characters and characters that I didn't get a chance to talk about. So the first one I want to go through, this is on part 1. So if you guys are watching along with the video, it's this portion of the video at the 8-second mark, 8 minutes, 20-second mark. This was the 100 through 81. And they were asking us if we had any thoughts on this. Obviously, I talked about Caesar Clown already a little bit. I think the one that really shocked me here was Big Mom. And we talked about this a little bit during the actual stream as well. And I don't know how much of it actually got included in the real video. But I truly thought that Big Mom was going to be much higher on this list, as well as Kaido and Dragon. I mean, people even in the comments section of this video were saying, I'm right there with RogersBase. How the heck could Kaido be this low? And, you know, again, I'm not somebody who said, you know, that I hate Big Mom. I didn't necessarily like certain things that happened with Big Mom in the story, but I think Big Mom deserves higher than 86. I really feel like Big Mom deserved higher than 86. I feel like pretty much everybody here, Kawamatsu, Panda Man, Zeph, you know, Caesar Clown, all of these seem right. Bonnie's a little low. Bonnie being 85 is a little low. And, you know, Hawkins, I feel like of the Supernovas, not a huge shock to see him, you know, below the top 80. But overall, no huge surprises here. Let me actually scrub through this real quick. I want to get to the portion. Oh, there's me talking about big news. There you go. Or either, is this big news or is this me talking about Caesar Clown? Wait a minute. Let me watch this. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what you hear. Shit, oh, no. All right. So let's move ahead a little bit because I do want to talk about some of the later rankings. I got to scrub through this, though, because I don't know. Some of these are like manga panels, and I don't want to have the manga panels on stream. So, all right, here we go. Oh, no, we're still in top. Let me see. They were talking about Ivankov for a second. Let me see. This is 60 through 41. Yeah, I'm somehow missing 80 through here. You know what? This isn't interesting for you guys to watch me scrub. So I'm just going to switch over here to this other tab. That's the beauty of me having this multi-stream setup now. All right, let me mute this. Put this over here. Shoutouts, by the way, again, to everybody who's in here right now. This is a blast. Oh, this is me talking about Nojiko. Okay. 80 through 61. All right, here we go. Big news. Me absolutely losing my mind at big news. Moria landing at 74 was also a pretty big surprise to me. Oh, they cut right to me talking about big news. Hold on, wait. Let me go back. Well, I have other things to discuss regarding big news. Wait. Wait. Oh, man. Here we go. All right, I found the spot. Let me switch back. Here we go. Okay, boom. Christina was so funny. Yo, that entire segment with Christina and me and Pirate Queen and Murders where they were like, does anybody here like Akainu? And all of us were running back like, no, we hate Akainu, he's scum. I was actually surprised they kept that in there because there was a video that we did about like our favorite quotes in the series and our favorite moments in the series. And all of us had commented that we don't really like Akainu. That Akainu is obviously a good villain, but none of us actually like Akainu for what he did to Ace. And the comment section was filled with people saying like, how dare they besmirch the good name of Akainu? So I guess Akainu must have a lot of fans in Japan. I was really genuinely shocked about that one though. I really was. Hey, I'm new. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome. There's a lot of people that don't realize they're furries voting for Carrot. Really? A lot of people are saying Carrot botters went in like crazy. We'll talk about that. I don't think it was Carrot bots. I am pretty sure there's just a lot of Carrot fans. Yamato hasn't even shown up in the anime, and Carrot fans are upset because she's about to crush Carrot. What about Carrot's gonna crush? Wait, what? Oh, once Yamato's anime reveal happens, he's gonna crush Carrot. That's what you're. Oh, got you. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there's a lot of Carrot fans and a lot of Yamato fans. And especially, you got to remember that people were voting on this while Yamato, what was after Yamato was introduced in the manga. So I don't necessarily think that was the case. Andrew, by the way, donated and said a lot of Wano characters are lower than we expected. I wonder if it's because we haven't gotten a lot of the backstories yet. Again, Yamato got 11th. So I feel like with Yamato landing at 11th, I think most of the Wano characters landed where we expected them to land. Again, this is the top 100 characters in One Piece. these are the characters that we voted on over the course of, 20-something years. So I don't expect all the Wano characters to be super high up in this list. Yeah, and we'll talk about the top 10 too. Don't worry about it. All right, so let's jump back actually real quick. And let's talk a little bit about 80 through 61. Again, if you haven't already watched the video, go watch the video, because this is like a 30-minute long video, and then the second part of this video is like 45 minutes. So I'm not going to sit and watch the entire thing on stream. If you haven't already watched it, go watch it. But I want to give my thoughts that I wasn't able to actually say during the live stream regarding the results. Thank you, by the way, to Shabir for saying, first time I made it to one of your live streams live. Been a massive fan of yours for years, and I wanted to properly show my support. I love you and all of your content, and I can't wait to see what you do next. And looking forward to next week. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Viewer's Choice Week is going to be interesting. I'm doing Berserk, Record of Ragnarok, Mob Psycho 100, a lot of stuff. All right, so moving on. Monet, this is one I didn't really get a chance to talk about that much. Monet, I love. I was shocked that there was still Monet love to the point where she got pushed to top 80. After all of this time, Monet's been dead since Punk Hazard. And I feel like Monet's moment with Zoro is still one of my favorites. And I think that's a portion that got cut from the video. Because basically when we were recording this, we all gave our thoughts on every single character. So we were recording for like 2 hours when we did this. And we recorded at 4 a.m. my time with all of this, and so we were all pretty tired, and we were all running off our excitement of being part of like this official One Piece stream. But yeah, Monet was a big one. Monet was one where I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy she landed there. And I had specifically mentioned that I was happy that Monet landed there due to the scene with Zoro, where Zoro's like, have you ever met a wild beast that wouldn't bite? Like, oh, such a good moment. Rindo, by the way, said Sulong Carrot's better than anything we've seen from Yamato so far. Carrot fans are just quiet because liking Carrot is taboo nowadays. Nah. And we'll get to the Carrot talk later. Cavendish, I was actually a little surprised, landed 73. Then we got Senior Pink at 72. Dragon and Kaido. This is the one I really want to focus on. Seeing Dragon and Kaido land at 65 and 62. I mean, this is unreal to me. I know you can basically see my reactions. Here, I'll even put this back on. Let me cut back real quick. I want to show you this. This is my reaction to seeing Kaido and Dragon. Do you see that on screen right there? That is me. Me like, what? So I was stunned that Kaido and Dragon landed where they did, especially Kaido. Because exactly what you brought up earlier in the chat, I feel like Kaido is the main villain of the current story arc. And the fact that Kaido, strongest beast alive, gets hyped up to no end, actually didn't even land in the top 50 was a shock to me. And I know they had mentioned it in the video that they were talking about what they're going to do something special for the top 50, that Oda's going to do something special for the top 50 very, very soon. So the fact that Kaido's not going to be a part of that, a little bit disappointing, but I just really thought there were going to be a lot of Kaido fans. Like, even when I did my polls, I did like my popularity polls every year, or whenever like Reddit does their polls, or there's like any unofficial poll here in North America, Kaido lands relatively high. So the fact that overall Kaido's only 65. I mean, maybe they still need a Kaido backstory. Maybe that's what people are waiting for, that we need the Kaido backstory. But then again, we already got Big Mom's backstory in Whole Cake Island, and Big Mom didn't even make it in the top 80. So I don't necessarily know if Kaido's backstory is really going to push him that much further than where he is right now. I don't know. I don't know. And I know that we don't know much about him, but I do feel like, yeah, I agree with you, a backstory would help. But ultimately, I don't know. I feel like if this happened after, because the votes had gone on after we had seen his hybrid form. And the fact that he still landed this low says to me that, yeah, maybe people just don't like connecting to the villains. Thank you, by the way, to Game Prodigy saying, as a casual fan of One Piece, where do you rank Boa in a favorite list? Without Boa, I wouldn't love One Piece. She's amazing and helped me enjoy the series, despite people in certain communities laughing at me for loving her. Who laughs at you for loving Boa? Boa ended up top 10. People worldwide love Boa. You are not weird for loving Boa, Game Prodigy. A lot of people agree with you. A lot of people agree with you. Yeah, you're not weird for that. Senior Pink landing 72. Very happy. I think I brought this up in the video as well. Like, the Senior Pink Frankie fight is one of my favorites. Dr. Hiluluk landing at 67. I had mentioned that in the video that I did on the One Piece channel about a month ago, where we talked about our favorite quotes in this series. Hiruluk's speech, when does a man die, is hands down my favorite quote in the entire series of One Piece. So the fact that still, he's been dead for what, 18 years? Still, he ends up in the top 80, brings me great joy. I'm confused. Is this pre-recorded or real live Roger? This is real live Roger, me talking to you in the chat, talking about the video that was pre-recorded that just went up live of the popularity poll results. But I am live right now. I am talking to the chat live. Hello. Yeah, so really cool to see him end up that high. Beppo, 64. No surprise there. I like Beppo. Pedro also landing at 61, and I think they even brought it up in the video. Pedro landed really high in other territories. I forgot what they mentioned in the video, that like Pedro ended up, I think it was like top 30 in one territory. People love Pedro, and understandably so, right? Pedro's sacrifice was a very, very noble one. So good on Pedro for landing at 61. Villains like Doflamingo and Crocodile landed high. Well, of course they did, and we're going to talk about that as well too. So let me actually let me scrub a little further in the video. I mean, I talked about big News Morgans ad nauseum in both the video on the official channel and very early on in this video. And there's a specific thing I want to mention about big News Morgans when we get to end of all of this. So just stick with me. Let me scrub a little further and let me go to, this is the results for, which one is this? Let me hear this. I think this is going to be 60 through like 51. Let me see. It's taking a while to load because it's a really long video. Let me see. Everyone in my chat's like, how is Carrot so high? Well, we'll talk about it. All right, so let's see. The video just like does not want to load. I'm sure it's because a ton of people are trying to watch it right now. It's already got like 185,000 views. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So this was, Gaimon ending up 60 was wild to me too. I can't get over the fact that Gaimon was 60. But, here, I'm going to pause this right here. So we got Ulti landing 56, which was a little bit of a surprise to me, considering the fact that Ulti really hasn't had much to do beyond the little bit of a confrontation she had with Nami and Usopp. Here we go. Now I can jump back over to the other screen again. So here we go, 60 through 41. Again, if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video. My full thoughts are in the video, so go check it out. Kizaru, 59. Koala, 58. I mean, you guys know this. I'm a Koala stan. Was I a little disappointed that Koala was low? I was. I didn't get really a chance to talk about Koala that much because basically how this works is we all recorded this in a giant Zoom call, and then they were recording from the studio in Japan, and then they had us sort of write out things that we love about certain characters. And I think we were able to choose like 10 characters or something to write out things about because they wanted everybody to talk about all their favorite characters. And so when certain characters like Koala weren't even brought up in that portion where we could write things about him, and then Koala ended up this low, was I bummed? Yes. But I still love Koala. You guys know this. Koala is one of my all-time favorite girls in One Piece. I love the flashback in Fishman Island. I love the fact that she's standing by her man Sabo. So I was relatively shocked to see Koala didn't make top 50, but seeing her make top 80 at least was good for me. Kiku, actually, here, let's talk about this. Kiku and Izo both made the top 50, 46 and 47. So that goes back to what people were talking about, saying I thought the Wano characters would be higher. I actually think Kiku, Izo, and Komurasaki at 49, 48, and 47 is pretty much right where they need to be. I was happy to see that. I love Kiku, I love Izo, and I do like Hiyori. But the fact that the three of them landed top 50 and Tama even got 54, again, this is above Kaido. This is above Dragon. This is above Big Mom. I feel like fans of these characters should be happy where they landed on the poll. I really, really do. Above Denjiro, above Kawamatsu, above a lot of these characters. We love Tama, we love Kiku, we love Izo, we love Komurasaki. The one that shocked me, and you could see it in the video, if you go skip to the video and you want to see all my live reactions to this, the one that shocked me was Pudding. The fact that Pudding got top 50, we've been out of whole cake for a while. Pudding above Kaido, Pudding above Dragon, above Ulti, above Fujitora. Pudding above Fujitora is blasphemous to me. Blasphemous. But I know a lot of people love pudding, so they stand pudding. I get that. There's a lot of pudding stands. I get it. And we talked about it during the video as well. One of the hosts even mentioned that like she really resonated with pudding, like the fact that she had a lot of insecurities and tries to hide them and put on a good face. Like I get why people like pudding, and ultimately pudding ended up being a relatively sweet girl at the end of Whole Cake Island. No pun intended. With the sweets and chocolate and all that stuff. But I really am just shocked pudding got top 50. Happy for Garp. Happy for Kobe, happy for Drake. And then that was, I think, one of the most interesting things that come out of this poll is they were talking about how Drake ended up really, really high in Turkey, which was surprising to me. I did not know there were a lot of Drake fans worldwide, but I guess it's because of Sir Francis Drake, and cool on them. I'm happy that people voted for Drake. And I think that was the interesting thing about this poll, right? And they kept hammering this in both the videos and also while we were recording it live, that it was so important to do this as a global poll, to commemorate this massive 1000th chapter of One Piece and all these momentous occasions, and, coming in with the peak of Wano Country right now and Luffy versus Kaido. I think it was important to do the global poll now because it really does show that, like, there are preferences the world over, and there are favorite characters that people wouldn't normally expect. Speaking of, let's talk about Whoop Slap for a second, because Whoop Slap didn't end up, the discussion about Whoop Slap didn't end up in the video, the actual official video, but I want to talk about it because Greg gave a really good explanation. I was talking about it as well. Lots of people were talking about Whoop Slap, and none of it was in that video. So obviously, Whoop Slap got in there because of Grand Line Review. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Whoop Slap got in there because of Grand Line. Because in every video, Grand Line was saying, get Whoop Slap in there. And this ties into Oda's message at the end of all of this. So this is the thing I want to talk about. At the end, well, maybe I should say this for later. I feel like I should bring it up now, though, because Whoop Slap got in the top 50. So I feel like I want to talk about this now. So obviously, Morgan's got top 80. I did that giant push for Big News Morgans as the world's #1 Big News Morgans fan. I'm happy he got in there. Whoop Slap, I think, got like, 36th? And Big News Morgans, they told me in the video, was like 36th or 38th in North America, which, again, like, no doubt about it, it's because of you guys. I know it's because of the Mammoth Boys. There's no doubt about it. It was because of the Mammoth Boys. And people were talking about Bocce as well. Like, I don't know if the Bocce discussion actually got in there in the top 100 video, but like the fact that Bocce kept getting votes after all of this time, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But anyway, I really quickly want to read out Oda's statement. Because this, to me, obviously, like, Oda watched this video, and so it's humbling and awesome to know, like, Oda knows my face now. That's pretty cool. Like, that is already pretty cool. But then, when Oda gave his statement at the end of all of this, this is what Oda said. World Top 100. Usually this character ranking poll is only done in Japan, but by opening it up to the world through the internet, I was able to see a real glimpse into which characters are popular in different regions throughout the world. And some characters went up in the rankings since the midterm results, so it was truly very entertaining. Then he says here, this is in his official statement, I heard there were some movements online organized by fans to come together to cast votes for unexpected characters. Bro, that's Whoop Slap and Big News Morgans. That is a direct call out to Whoop Slap and Big News Morgans. No doubt about it. And then he said, believe me, that didn't get past the production team. I'm sure that's him talking about Bocce as well, too. And he gives a laugh in his statement. But when he read that out, I don't know if they included that in the actual video. I actually haven't watched the full second part of the video yet, so I do actually want to watch this when all this is over. And I do want to talk to you guys and see what you think after you've watched that full video. Again, I don't want to watch the full thing online. I want to encourage you guys to go watch the whole thing. And they're linked in the description down below. But they had mentioned this to us at the end of recording 20 through 1. And I was stunned. I don't know if they kept in my reaction, but I was stunned. When he mentioned that thing about, like, it didn't get past the production team and the fan votes online. Yo, Oda, you're my man, all right? All right. So then he continues by saying, it's amazing how the difference in preferences towards these characters are different throughout the world, and it was so fun seeing how it went down for Robin and Carrot specifically. He specifically says for Robin and Carrot. Keep that in mind when we get to the portion where we're talking about Carrot. Is Roger live right now or pre-recorded? I'm live right now, Nature Boy. I don't know why people think this is not live. I'm live right now, Nature Boy, yes. So it was so fun seeing how it went down for Robin and Carrot. He mentions Robin, and he mentions Carrot. We'll talk about it. And then Oda says, as I promised, I'll be creating a cool piece with the characters who ranked in the top 50, plus some others. He said, plus some others who ranked in the top 50. Oda, if you're still finalizing your top 50 picture, please, Oda, please include Big News Morgan's in that color spread. Please. Please, 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 please. I'm telling you. Big News Morgan's was splattered all across the screen in all these WT100 videos. Maybe make Big News Morgan's in the sky, shouting out the results or something. But please, Oda, put Big News Morgan's in there. You know my face now. You know I'm the #1 Morgan's fan. Please, Oda. Oh, man. But anyway, and then he ends it by saying, thank you so much to all the One Piece fans all over the world for casting so many votes. Yo, Oda's the GOAT. So anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to these results. We haven't even gotten through the first video yet. I feel like I talked about most of them. Let's skip to 40 through 21 real quick. So let's skip to 40 through 21 real quick, and I'll give my thoughts. All right. So here we go. Here's the Whoop Slap portion. So Whoop Slap was 37. Excuse me. Whoop Slap ended up 37. All right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So let's jump back real quick. So this is 40 through 21. Again, there's my face. I think it's funny that my face is covering up my face in the actual video. But if you guys are watching this and then you don't realize that I'm a part of this and then you go click on it, you're going to be like, whoa, RogersBase. Surgeon Script, by the way, saying, I'm super happy Law got top 5 and Robin right after him. 2 of my favorite all-time characters. Crazy to see Yamato almost got top 10. Yamato's amazing. All right? Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. So, Bartolomeo, 40, no surprise there. We're going to see Reiju in the top 50. We're going to see Oda draw Reiju again. That's going to be glorious. I love Reiju. I think it is really going to be funny to see him draw Whoop Slap. Eneru, there was a whole portion that they kept in the video regarding Eneru, which I was very surprised about, where we talked about Eminem being the inspiration for Eneru and the way that Eneru was designed. They didn't keep in the thing about me saying Mom's spaghetti, but that's okay. But that entire discussion was really a lot of fun, talking about Eneru and Eminem, so that was really great. Mary ending up 32, pretty incredible, and that goes to say, I'm going to leave a prediction right now. I'm going to put a prediction out there right now. I'm going to put a prediction out there. Here we go. Prophet Roger prediction. My prediction is that because Mary was 32 on this list, I'm betting that the color spread, the special commemorative art that Oda is going to do, I'm betting it's going to be all of the characters on the Mary. That's my guess. That's my guess. I think we're going to get all of the characters from the top 50 like chilling on the Mary. That's what I think is going to happen. Or surrounded by the Mary. Or they're going to be at a port and the Mary's going to be in the port. But I think that's what we're going to get. If I had to make a prediction, that's what I think we're going to get. So, Mary getting 32, awesome. Whitebeard 31, fantastic. Goldie Roger ending up 29. Like, obviously I'm happy about that. My name's Roger. Roger got 29. They talked a little bit in the video about how Roger, obviously just had his flashback. I actually feel like the reason Roger ended up so high was also due to Wano Country and the backstory with Oden. And Oden got 24 as well. So again, going back to where people were saying I expected the Wano characters to be higher, like, what? I don't know where that is coming from. With Oden landing 24th, Yamato ending up 11th, Roger ending up 29th, and Kiku, Izo, and Kamurasaki all ending up top 50? Bro. Like, that's exactly, I think, where they need to be. I was very surprised and very happy to see these characters there, but I really think that's exactly where they needed to be. I think the only one I would see an argument for is Oden. I would have expected Oden to be in top 20, but we'll get there when we get there, regarding characters that I was surprised. Also, I was surprised about this. Let me actually cut back real quick to the ranking. I was surprised that Frankie was 28th and that Brooke was 26. Like, seeing Frankie so low, seeing characters like Perona and Kid above Frankie and Brooke, stunning to me. Absolutely stunning to me. Like, I love Frank. Frankie is, and I've mentioned this on numerous videos. I know King of Lightning did a video about this recently. Like, Frankie is one of my all-time favorite characters in One Piece. Easily one of my top 3 favorite Straw Hats. Easily. And I'm wondering if maybe it was due to his post-time skip design that a lot of people fell off Frankie. Because I love Frankie. I really genuinely look forward to seeing Frankie. And I think Frankie has a lot of awesome fights as well. Like, you look at One Piece post-time skip, Frankie has been getting fight after fight. Frankie right now is fighting against Sasaki, which is going to be an awesome fight. We're probably going to get a little bit of Water 7 stuff if Sasaki ends up being related to Old Lady Kokoro. We got, Frankie versus Senor Pink as well during Dressrosa. Frankie was saying, he's going to be making the weapons to take down Kaido. Frankie was present with the Shogun during Fishman Island. So I really was just genuinely shocked that Frankie was this low. I was really, really, really blown away by that. And then Brooke, 26th. I feel like no huge surprise there. I think if you would have asked me, like, who is the least favorite Straw Hat worldwide, I would have guessed Brooke. I wouldn't have guessed Frankie. I would have maybe guessed that Brooke ended up at 26th, and that would have been the lowest. But Frankie, man, being down bad, I was shocked about that. Kid being 23rd, I'm sure is because of the rooftop feats, I'm sure. I'm sure that's why Killer ended up where he did as well. Vivi, 21st. Vivi, I love you, girl. You already know. I love Vivi. I love Vivi, so I'm happy that Vivi ended up where she did. And then, of course, shout out to Mr. Bon Clay as well. I love Bon Clay. People the world over love Bon Clay. One of the hosts started crying when we talked about Bon Clay. I don't know if they kept that in the video. I haven't watched the whole thing yet because, again, it's a really, really long video, and I want to sit down with my cup of coffee after I've actually woken up and talk about the whole thing. But that segment, when we were talking about Bon Clay, people were getting emotional. I think at some point during this entire thing, at some point, everybody at least teared up once. Everybody. All the guests, all the One Piece fans around the world, all the hosts, everybody teared up at least once over a certain character. So I think it was really cool. Obviously, Pirate Queen was crying when Luffy got #1. But I think, yeah, the whole thing as a whole was a phenomenal experiment and a phenomenal experience as well. But I say experiment because I think, on one hand, I don't know if they're ever going to do this again. Because of what Oda mentioned with, like, oh, there's these pushes from the world over trying to get people to get their favorite characters in. But on the other hand, I think that's what made things interesting and fun. So I do hope that they do end up talking about, potentially doing another one of these in the future. Yeah. Oh, they cut out the Bon Clay stuff in the video. Really? Oh, that's surprising. I didn't know that. Who did I cry for? Hiluluk. Hiluluk. You can also see my full reaction to the Hiluluk stuff in the quote video that we did. So, awesome stuff there. Game Prodigy, in my donation, I think you forgot to mention where you rank Boa for your favorite characters. Oh no, she's easily a top 5 girl for me. I've talked about that before. My top 5 favorite girls in One Piece, I've said this on numerous occasions. Robin, in no particular order, Robin, Vivi, Reiju, Viola, Hancock. Those are my top 5. Easily. Easily. Oh, and Carrot, of course. Carrot top 5. Of course, Carrot top 5. But Carrot doesn't really count. Catchy username, by the way, just said, I love that you're in all these official videos now. This is such a big step for you. We're so excited for you and so excited to go, hey, I know that guy. I cannot stress enough how much of an honor it was for me to be a part of this. To not only be a part of this, but all the other videos, like during this WT100 thing, it was a huge honor. Shueisha, I know you're watching this. Thank you very, very much for having me. It really was an absolute pleasure. It was an honor. Thank you for choosing me to represent North America. I just it really was an honor. So thank you very, very much. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes who was pushing for me. It means a lot. So thank you very much. I'm sure it had to do with the fact that I've been following the official release probably longer than most of the other YouTubers. But regardless, it's like, thank you very much for having me. Really, thank you for having me. With that being said, let's actually move on to the top 20 because there are things I want to say regarding the top 20. Let me move out of this and let's go to the top 20 video. Oh, Can you tell I was already preparing for this live stream? Look at this. I clipped out the portion with me talking about carrot. So hold on. Let me actually, I want to see this carrot reaction. Let's actually talk about the carrot reaction. Let's watch this one little portion live. Hold on. I want to make sure, I don't want to get any manga panels on screen or anything, but I do want to talk about this carrot portion. And I want to get the audio working so you guys can hear it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Properties. They did Gold Roger dirty. What do you mean? He got top 30. That rhymed, by the way. All right. Let me hear this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is where I was stunned. All right. Let's just watch this one portion really quick. You won't need captions because it's in English, so you won't need captions for this. Man, Chrome is being so slow. Come on, Google Chrome. Don't die on me now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum-ba-ba-bum-ba. Oh, we got to exit this page. All right, yeah, the One Piece Times thing was messing up. One Piece Times. Here we go, part 2. Part 2, here we go. Final result announcement. Was anyone surprised that Luffy was number 1? No. Not really. I think, and we'll talk about this a little bit as we're going through this second video, some of us thought as we move further into it, it might be Zoro at number 1, Luffy at number 2. Because there were a lot of shakeups in the top 10. Like, a lot of shakeups. Sanji getting 4th is not a surprise to me, and I even brought that up in the video, and we'll talk about that here. All right, where's the portion with Carrot? Let's see this. Carrot number 8. Well, actually, you know what? Before we get to Carrot, let's talk about this 20 through 11. Let's see this. 20 through 11. So I just want to give my quick thoughts on this. Okay. 20 through 11. All right, let's do this. Now, obviously, Doflamingo landing 20th made me very, very happy. I love Doflamingo. Doflamingo is one of my favorite villains in the entire series. Here's, by the way, where we are in the video if you want to follow along. We're at the 2-minute and 7-second mark. You know, Doflamingo being 20th, not a huge shock to me. Marco getting 19th. Like, good on Marco, honestly. Good on Marco landing 19th. Again, I think the push for Marco happened because of Wano Country. Not a huge shock there. Not a huge shock there. Now we got Yamato filling in that spot. Jinbei 18th. Also not a huge shock. Reactception. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because there's my face and there's me. It's reactception. It's me reacting to the global popularity poll. You are correct. So, you know, awesome to see Marco there, Jinbei, Crocodile, Chopper, Usopp, the rest of them. Katakuri landing 14th. That was something that shocked a lot of the hosts, that Katakuri ended up that high, and that Corazon landed that high as well. Corazon getting 13th. I mean, I like Corazon. I talked about this in the video. I think a lot of that has to do with the popularity of Law, right? People love Law, and because people love Law, they love Corazon. Alv said, you now have an official PogChamp face in that video. That's true. I did have a PogChamp face when you saw Yamato get 11th. You are correct. But, no, I think Corazon getting 13th really has to do with Law. And Corazon's got a lot of fangirls as well. And fanboys, you know? So not a huge shock. Not a huge shock to me. Buggy was top 50, by the way. Wasn't top 20. Buggy was top 50. The thing that surprised me here, and the thing that got me worried, not worried, but because I was excited about it, but worried for the reactions of everyone else, was when we got to this portion, I realized we didn't get to Carrot yet. And Carrot in the midterms was like 12th or something. So that's when I realized, like when we got to Yamato at 11th, that's when I realized Carrot's going to be top 10. People are going to be upset. Carrot's going to get top 10 about a lot of characters. Over a lot of characters. I mean, Carrot had more fans in this than Katakuri, than Doflamingo, than Jinbei, than Chopper. Than Chopper, bro. Carrot more than Chopper? Bleezy Bird, by the way, said that she was 17th in the midterm. So the fact that Carrot got in top 10, and then over Ace, no less. was mind-blowing to me. And that's why I had such a big reaction when I did. Especially when Ace was like, Ace got 10th, didn't he? It was Ace, and then it was, we're going to rewatch during the video anyway, but I was shocked by that. Shanks, I was also surprised, got knocked out of the top 10. Shanks was 12th on the official poll. Shanks, I really thought was going to be top 10. I really did. I thought Shanks was going to be top 10. That was another one that surprised me. I would bet that if this poll happens next year again, Shanks is going to get top 10. Because Oda has already mentioned that this year Shanks is going to be making a move. He mentioned that. In whatever his statement at Jump Fest or whatever, he said that Shanks is making a move this year. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like we're going to jump back to Shanks and stuff with the Reverie in between the next act, or if it's going to be something where Shanks shows up maybe to Wano Country or whatever. But at the very least, we know Shanks is going to do something this year. So my guess is that whenever that happens, Shanks is going to push forward. And of course, you guys already know, every year I do that annual One Piece popularity poll amongst my fans. So we'll be voting on this again. So if you guys want to see Shanks higher, we'll do a vote. We'll talk about it. And we'll see if he ends up higher. But Shanks getting to 12th and Mihawk being 30, a little surprising to me. So, and then Yamato. We didn't really talk about Yamato that much in the video, and I think a big portion for that was not to spoil anime onlys, because Yamato has still not been revealed in the anime. But he's a fan favorite character. What can I say? People love Yamato. I love Yamato, and I think, Yamato means a lot to a lot of people. And so I feel like when we actually get into the anime, I would not be surprised to see a push for Yamato into the top 10. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see that push into the top 10. Yeah, Yamato's awesome. I mean, no doubt about it. We also don't know if Yamato has a devil fruit or not. We've seen the fangs. I really love that theory that Yamato, is saying, you're seeing the fangs and he's fighting. What's the other character, by the way? The character that Yamato was running into. What's the character I was talking about? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Who's the character that Yamato was fighting? It was the, not Fukurokuju. It was when Yamato, Momo, and Shinobu were together. Who did they run into? Sasaki, thank you. Before we got into the fight with Frankie. Sasaki, thank you. It was Sasaki. That's where we got that teaser with the fangs. So my guess is that we're going to end up seeing some reveal regarding Yamato's powers at some point in the near future. Probably within the next 5 chapters or so. And when that happens, I think Yamato's popularity is going to skyrocket again. But yeah, Yamato all day, every day. I love seeing Yamato on there. It is what it is. A lot of people also agreeing that Yamato's power level is going to be soon. Also, look at this massive gap. This is the other thing I want to bring up. It wasn't even close. Yamato had 259,000 votes versus the next place, which was 171. Wasn't even close. Literally was not even close. Wasn't even close. So moving on, we're gonna go to, I'm gonna switch this out, by the way. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's switch out to number 10. So this is where things got sticky. Yo, Maze, whoa! Maze! Maze! Maze coming through with an $800 donation saying, Carrot placing 8th. Let's go. You love to see it. Garchu, 800 big ones. Yo! Maze. Maze, you already know I was right there with you. We're getting to the portion with Carrot. We're getting to it. Don't worry about it. We're getting to the portion with Carrot. Maze, yo! Wow. That is one of the biggest donations I think we've gotten on a One Piece stream in a long time. Wow. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciate it, Maze. Garchu. You already know I love, if you're not following Maze on Instagram, Maze commissions like a bunch of awesome Carrot photos and stuff. Go check out Maze. Shout outs to Maze. Maze is the GOAT. I thought you meant to do like 80, but you did 800? Let's go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, you already know I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Maze. I was happy about Carrot. You already know. Vern says Carrot above Ace and Sabo is a crime. Katakuri got robbed. Top 10. I disagree with that, Vern. And I think Maze disagrees with you too. I am happy to see Carrot. I would have liked to see Carrot top 6, honestly. But again, my top 6, my honest top 6 would have been Luffy, Zoro, Law, Sanji, Robin, Carrot. Would have been my top 6. That would have been my top 6. And then it would have been Hancock, Nami. No, then it would have been Sabo, Hancock, Nami, Ace. Would have been how it would have landed. Yeah. I like Carrot. What can I say? All right, anyway. I did think it was funny that they brought up in the official video where they were like, oh, it's because of the furries worldwide. But I don't think that's the case. I'm not a furry and I love Carrot. So I don't think that's the case. Tekking's not a furry. You know, so people just love Carrot. I think that's the thing with Carrot and with Yamato, right? It goes for both characters. I think people are just excited to see another crew member. And I think the two most likely new crew members are Yamato and Carrot at the end of Wano Country. I think that's what it comes down to. And I think there's a push for those characters because we really feel like they could end up being, you know, the next Straw Hat. And I think that's why. I think that's why. Roger, you're in denial. You're a furry. I'm not a furry, bro. I might play Star Fox. I might like Beast Stars. And I might like Carrot. But that doesn't make me a furry, all right? Moving on. Moving on. So, who was number 10? Number 10 was Ace, right? That was a huge surprise to a lot of people. That's where we got our predictions in. So this is like 12 minutes into the video. Oh no, we're talking about Sabo. So let's see this. All right. So first up, here we go. I'm going to scrub through it. I'll close out of some of this so we could actually scrub through. So here we go. Here we go. I'm going to switch back over. Number 10, Sabo. You love to see it. 318,000 votes. No huge shock there. I love Sabo. You love Sabo. I like Sabo more than Ace, honestly. So I would have put Sabo above Ace on this list. But it is what it is. And then when we got to number 9, obviously we're all talking about Sabo. Number 9 was Ace. So here we go. There's Christina crying over Ace in the video. Oh, that was such a great moment. You know how people were talking about like, oh, when's the moment where you're going to start to cry? Christina crying over Ace was a great moment. That was a great moment. And then the moment of truth. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. I'm going to play this live on stream because this was such a massive moment. I think so many of us really didn't expect this. Let's hear. Let's play this. Let's play this. I want to play this. I'm going to put the audio on. Here we go. Full audio on. Here we go. Here we go. Look at my face. I was losing my mind. You can hear me going off in the background. I could not believe this. I couldn't believe that. When we got to Carrot, look at Greg's face. He's like, I can't believe it. All these Carrot stands. No, it was a lot of fun. Oh, here we go. This is one they threw back to me. Yeah, I love Carrot. I was not expecting Carrot to be in the top 10 at all. I've always loved Carrot for Resurrection and Zoe. And, you know, I'm riding that wave. I mean, Yamato would be an excellent addition to the crew, but I would love to see Carrot join the crew as well. So, seeing Carrot land in the top 10 at 8 above Ace and Sabo, I mean, that is a shock. So, most of my thoughts were in there in the actual video regarding Carrot. So I feel like I don't need to focus that much more on Carrot. Obviously, Maze already came through with that amazing donation. We've talked about Carrot a bunch on this video. I look like a furry. How do I look like a furry? I don't even have any, I look like a furry when I put my Hamtaro outfit on. Then I look like a furry. Nami top 3. Nami better than Robin. Well, Nami got 3rd, unbelievably. That was a moment where one of the hosts was like, I will shave off my eyebrows if Nami gets higher than Sanji. And yet, Nami ended up higher than Sanji. So we got, you know, after Carrot, we got Hancock at 7th. We got, it was Robin at 6th. And then the top 5 is where things really shook up. This is where people were like, really, really shocked. When we got to that moment where Robin got 6th, I really was hoping Robin was going to be 5. But when Robin got 6th, that's when I was like, okay, depending on how this plays out, we could see Sanji 5th, Law 4th, Nami 3rd, Zoro 2nd, and Luffy 1st. Or Zoro 1st, Luffy 2nd. And we talk about this a lot in the video. Again, if you haven't already watched the video, go check out the video. It was really a lot of fun. Us just like talking about all the different characters and where they landed and why we think they deserve to land where they did. But the moment that really, I think, surprised a lot of us, I was happy to see Law. I mean, they let me talk about Law a lot, and they even showed the little Big News Morgan's picture next to my face, which I thought was pretty cool. They even mentioned that moment where I said my favorite moment with Law is like the I broke the gear moment in Punk Hazard. That's something I go back to talking about time and time again. Thank you, by the way, to Rob Harley donating, saying, I'm going to clarify again. Electro and Sulong are awesome abilities. Being so fast and Carrot dodging Zoro's attack, being cute, being lovable. I love Carrot for more than just being a cute rabbit. Yo, Rob Harley, I'm right there with you. Don't let these Carrot haters bring you down. Us Carrot stans are living today, okay? We're living today. Luan says, where's the video? So the video is actually linked in the description. You can watch the full video, part 2 and part 1. Again, it's like a 50-minute long video. I'm not going to do a full live stream for the videos. But I highly recommend you go watch the videos in entirety. They're linked in my description. It was so much fun to be a part of, honestly. It was great. So, meanwhile, I talk about Law at this point at 5th. And at this point in the video, where I'm talking about Law, this is when I'm like, in my head, okay, this is how I think things might go. I think Sanji's not getting top 3. And they ask us at one point in the video, how do you think this is going to end up? And I'm like, maybe it's going to be Nami, but I really think it's going to be Sanji. And the reason that I said this, Gabe, by the way, thank you for the $20 donation. Big News Morgans, thank you very much. Nakama saying this is big news. I agree. At this portion, I thought here's why Sanji is not going to get top 3. Sanji recently, and I'm going to zoom in for this, Sanji recently has been taking L after L after L after L after L. That is why. I know people disagree with me on this, but I have mentioned this in my video when Sanji talked about the fight with Maria, where he was like, oh, my willpower isn't allowing me to hurt you, and I'm turning off my haki. From that moment, and I'm saying this as a Sanji fan, I'm not out there to try to put down Sanji haters. I'm one of you. I love Sanji. I like Sanji personally more than I like Zoro. I've said this on multiple occasions. But you gotta, it is what it is. I mean, Sanji has been taking L's. Sanji has been cooler, you know, after the Whole Cake Island arc. I think Sanji did a lot of cool stuff in Whole Cake Island, but he regressed. He regressed. He regressed. He's having nosebleeds in the bathhouse being invisible in early Wano country. He's turning off his haki with his willpower because he doesn't want to hurt Black Maria. Nah. So, I know it's blasphemous to some people, but I feel it. I could feel the wave. I could see it happening. When the votes were going in, I'm like, I could see people voting for Nami. So, it's not that he regressed. I guess you're right. It's not that he regressed, Devil. It's not that he regressed. It's that he... What's the best way that I can put it? Because it's not that he regressed. Because then I think you could make an argument for Usopp as well regressing, right? It's not that he regressed. I think it's just that he didn't really have a moment, right? Where we could think like, the biggest argument you can make is page 1. That he somewhat had a moment with the stuff with page 1. You can make that argument, where we had the fight against page 1, but even then, a lot of the fight in the manga was off-screened. The anime did a great job filling that out, but the fight was off-screen for the most part in the manga. So I think like there's opportunity for Sanji to have a great moment moving forward, maybe in a fight with Queen, maybe in a fight with one of the Tobiropo, but like right now, I'd say maybe his biggest W is saving Momo. That would be my choice as his biggest W in Wano country. Catchy username said, didn't Oda say to Sanji's voice actor that he'll never be that cool again? Thank you, by the way, for the donation, Catchy username. He did say that, but it was meant as a joke. So Oda did say that, but it was meant as a joke. So don't take that too seriously. It's not that like Oda hates Sanji or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't read too much into it. I really do think Sanji is going to have a good moment moving forward. I still think that, you know, moving into the final war, we might see Sanji versus Kizaru. Like the anime teased it. People want to see it. I think we might get it. This is obviously really far into the story. But I do honestly believe we could get Kizaru versus Sanji by the end of the story. I do. So I agree with you. I think Oda was trolling the voice actor. I think Sanji's going to do something awesome. But that's that. That's that. So we get to that portion where they reveal that Sanji was number 4. We're all very excited. You can see our faces, right? You can see all of our faces. You see, look at, you can see the other half of Kamaitachi like, oh my God, I'm gonna shave my eyebrows. This moment was great. We're all freaking out. Pirate Cream was freaking out. Tolga was freaking out. Everybody was freaking out. It was a great time. Great time. Sanji got 4th, and then at that point I was like, it's got to be Nami in 3rd. It's got to be Nami in 3rd. So when we finally got to Nami, right? Nami ended up getting 3rd. Let's scrub to that portion of the video. Where is it? Where is it? I guess we didn't really focus on Sanji all that much in the actual video. I thought, there we go. Boom. There's Nami. That's where we're all like, all right, there you go. 1 million votes for Nami. 1 million votes. And this, to me, not super surprising, right? Nami, Zoro, and Luffy landing in the top 3. The Romance Dawn trio, the original trio. You love to see it, right? I'm not even that big of a Nami fan, but I can put respect on Nami's name for this, right? Nami has been with us since the very beginning. I think Nami, Zoro, Luffy deserve to be where they landed. I really do. And Nami got number 1. I know they mentioned it in the video. Nami got number 1 in a lot of territories. I think it was like in France she got number 1. Don't take my word for it. Go watch the video, because I'm doing this from memory, and it was like weeks ago when we recorded this. And like I said, I haven't watched the full thing yet. But she did get number 1 in I think 1 territory. Oh, in 3 regions, you just said. Shocksum said it was in 3 regions. So there you go. So she got number 1 in 3 regions. So there you go. But yeah, honestly, I feel like it's cool. I'm happy to see this. I'm happy to see that Nami got, number 1 in a couple regions. I think she deserves it. Shout out to King Recon, by the way, saying it was so cool seeing you from our community representing the U.S. Thank you for being such a great representation of our community, bro. Also, Nami greatness. Let's go. Thank you very, very much, Recon. Greatly appreciate it. Protype Virgo said everyone's really talking about these polls. Sheesh. Well, to be fair, not everybody was part of the polls. So people could talk about it all they like. But I feel like as somebody who was actually part of it, I wanted to talk about it on a live stream. I think I deserve to talk about it. And Virgo said, sup, Recon, and I also agree with everything he said. You really helped put the U.S. on the map. Yo, Virgo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. That's very kind. To see everybody, giving me congratulations and shouting out and saying you did a great job. Virgo said, LOL, you're allowed, Mr. Base. Exactly. But, no, I mean, what more is there to say about the top 3, right? Nami, Zoro, Luffy, we expected it. The only thing, it was a much closer gap between Zoro and Luffy being number 1. It was a much closer gap than I think a lot of people realize. To me, I feel like I would have been happy seeing Zoro in number 1, but ultimately I think it had to be Luffy. I said that even back during my Big News Morgans video. I talked about this on Twitter. Luffy had to be number 1. At the end of the day, I felt like there was no way they would even let Luffy not be number 1. I'm sure people were sending in postcards for Luffy. Obviously, Pirate Queen was like crying, talking about Luffy. We were all very, very happy to see Luffy. He's our MC. You know what I mean? He's our MC. He's got to be number 1. Yeah, I'm not shocked to see Luffy number 1. I was happy to see Luffy number 1. They asked me about Luffy. I talked about Luffy. I was happy. I don't know what I'm talking about in this moment. What am I talking about? Hold on. Let me click into the video. What was I saying?
His own, and it's clear that not only does he deserve that title of one of the Emperors of the Sea, but absolutely deserves the title of the eventual future Pirate King.
There you go. And everyone was agreeing with me, going, yeah, I agree. So he does. It's our future Pirate King. I mean, if he's not number 1, who's going to be number 1, right? I do think it would have been shocking to see Zoro get number 1. But I think ultimately, Luffy getting number 1 was no huge shock. Noah just said, good promoting the U.S., Roger. Letting the voice of U.S. fans be heard. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys want to see the full video, I highly recommend checking out the full results. They're all available. Both videos are linked in the description of this video. They're both on the official One Piece channel. Once again, thank you so much to Shueisha, to the team behind the videos, to Mark for translating the whole thing, to, you know, everybody over in Japan, Kamaitachi, Greg, everybody, thank you so much for thinking of me. And not just that, but then all the other fans that I got a chance to meet during this. I mean, it was so fun getting to talk to Pirate Queen and Christina and everybody. I mean, it was a blast. Murders and Tall Guy, it was awesome getting to talk with all of you. And Debo said, yeah, I'm pretty sure Oda does know about the big One Piece YouTubers now. No doubt about it. He mentioned in his comments about the pushes for characters like Whoop Slap and Big News Morgan. So no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Patty Murphy donated as well and said, I love Luffy, but popularity polls are getting boring when he always wins. Well, you got to remember, Luffy's our main character, so I wouldn't say it's boring. I think, in fact, it's more interesting to sort of see who ends up in the slots in the top 10. So, King Recon said, I'm still processing the fact you actually managed to get Big News Morgan's into the top 100, let alone top 80. Big News Morgan's top 80, you know. I just like seeing Recon and Virgo going off in the chat. So, yeah, once again, thank you to everybody involved. And yes, to answer the question that was brought up earlier in the chat, yes, they were translating live in our ear. So Mark Udai was translating everything in our ear. So as the Japanese hosts were talking, we were hearing it in English. And so we were able to respond. And yeah, it was just a blast, man. It was an absolute blast. So once again, thank you to the whole team in Japan. Big Mac said, so does Oda know who you and Pirate Queen are now? Yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, we're in the video. Yeah. Everybody who's in the video, he knows our faces now. There's no doubt about it. He even made his statement in the video, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know that you know, Oda knows your face. It's pretty neat. I love it. And Big Mac also donated and said, are you going to be reacting to Yamato's anime debut? Most definitely. I'm probably going to do a reaction to the anime episode this upcoming weekend, but no promises there, because now I've got Viewer's Choice Week. I got a lot of things I got to do. I got to catch up with Berserk. I got to read Record of Ragnarok. I got to watch the rest of Mob Psycho 100. I got to watch the rest of Vinland Saga. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I got to do. So I probably won't be doing it unless I have a little bit of free time this Saturday. But of course, I'll be back here on Sunday with my live reaction to the newest chapter of One Piece. But I got a busy schedule ahead. So once again, thank you to everybody who came through. This was a blast of a stream. And now I got to go get to work. So excuse me while I go read some Berserk. And Brian said, Nami, best girl, 100% correct. Well, you know. Shout out to Carrot. All right, everybody. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. It was an absolute blast. Greatly appreciate it. Nakama!